Hello, welcome back to our very belated 200 subscriber special. Today it's going to be a short one. I'm just going to go and name the US ships because I think that's pretty close to what we have to do is name the US ships, name all the ships on the Chinese side, set the US battle group path, and set the Chinese battle group's paths, and then set up the mission planners. And that update that I was talking about last time has finally dropped, so we are able to resume work on it again. So first off, I guess we are just going to go... Oh, cool, because I think... Are these still grouped together? Not seeing... Huh. I thought I had these all grouped together. They have stations. Maybe they changed that. I don't know. I guess that'll be more an issue for when I set the missions and paths up. But yeah. So first off, I think we can pretty much leave the Enterprise alone because that's what it's supposed to be. As far as the cruiser, now obviously the Navy hasn't named anything. Name the new surface combatants yet, so we are going to call this guy, I'm thinking Midway. Sorry, I just gotta check and see. Okay, so CV-80 Enterprise, so that's their convention. So this would be CG, let's see, now. See what the last cruiser, guided missile cruiser designation was. Which was Port Royal CG-73, so let me just make sure CG-74 is open. And it is indeed. So this will be CG-74 Midway. Wait, see. There we go. Excuse me. So, because the naming convention, at least as it stands right now, for cruisers, is they're named after famous battles. And I think with the with kind of the pivot to the Pacific, and the increasing rivalry with China, I could see if they do, and now I'm not even sure they're going to give a cruiser designation to the future surface combatants. It's very possible they could just label it a destroyer, but if they do, my bet would be they're going to call it the Midway class. But that's just my bet. So the rest of these, I believe, are Flight 3 Burks, so we are just going to names of Medal of Honor recipients. Typically, they're named after Navy and Marine Corps Medal of Honor recipients. So we are going to start with, and I got a list in front of me. It's not on my recording screen, but what is it? I got a list right there. Very long list of all the U.S. Navy Medal of Honor recipients. I don't know if that includes Marine Corps recipients, but even if it's just Navy, I think I've got enough to last me. Basically, I'm just going to make sure their name isn't an active in-service ship, since these are supposed to be all new builds, or future builds. Since I think the Flight 3's only started rolling off the lines last year, I think might have been the first one launched. Pretty recent. Oh, and they're going to probably make dozens of them. We got names to play with. So the first name I'm going to use is Edward Allen, who served in the China Relief Expedition, the Boxer Rebellion, which I think again is a fitting name given the the pivot to the Pacific and the competition with China. I have a feeling we'd love to rub that in their face. And it looks like the only ship you ever named for him was a John C. Butler class destroyer escort, so that name is indeed open. So now, only other thing I gotta do is check hull numbers here. Burke class destroyers. I assume they're just gonna pick off from where the Burke for the Flight 3s. They're just gonna keep going with the Burkes, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. So this, we'll say this one is. All right, DDG 141, Edward Allen. Do have a space here. This is a little bit tiny. Actually, Edward H. Allen, since I love including the middle initial. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Gerald R. 4 class. They aren't even really considered on names, so I'm gonna make my own convention here. Midway class CG. Riley Burke Flight 3 class EDG. I guess it's a little redundant. Yeah, it's redundant with the since I have the hull designation up front, so obviously if it's a CG, it's going to be a CG class. Well, there we go. All right. So then we got 4 more ships to fill out. Let's see. Korean campaign, 1871. Interesting. I'm not familiar with. Okay. You doing in Korea in 1871? I guess I've got some reading to do for today's episode. But that was John Andrews. We'll see. Is there a USS John Andrews? John Andrews Medal of Honor. I can at least see what it's about now. In expedition. On board the USS Benicia in action against Korean forts on 9th and 10th in 1871, stationed at the lead and passing the forts, and stood on the gunwale on the Benicia launched at bridge rope. Remained unflinchingly in this dangerous position and gave his soundings with accuracy every flight. United States expedition to Korea. Gangawa Island. Oh, okay. Gunboat diplomacy, it sounds like. Supporting trade and diplomatic delegation. Hostilities broke out. Sounds like we basically went in, smashed up some forts, and left. Yeah. All right. I guess I don't think I want to go with that name now, because obviously we're allies with Korea now, so maybe we shouldn't be, horrifying the people that went over there to kind of brutalize them. A lot of Civil War, a lot of interim for, I guess, random action. World War One. Bedford. Let's try that out. And I lost my spot. Oh, it is 2 ends. All right. Thought that looked a little short. For saving his sinking ship. All right, we can go with that. It looks like there is no ship named after him. So let us do 145. Hedford H. Can. Burke Flight 3 class. Alright, on to the next ship. Let's pick out another Medal of Honor recipient. Korean War. That would be a good one again with the to the Pacific. William Charette. Is there a ship? This William. There is a ship, and it is currently planned for construction. All right, so Navy beat me to the punch on that one. Oh, here we go. Another one for the China Relief Expedition, John Chatham. That's John Chatham. R2T. 20. All right. So, are free to use that. What number did I give this? Say 148. John Chatham. All right, that just leaves 3 ships down. I'm gonna do this one real quick. This is gonna be AOE 10. Sustainment. Basically, instead of treating this as bringing the supply class back, I'm going to treat this as them basically building a new class after the supply class. I'm going to keep the naming convention. They actually didn't really have much of a naming convention. I looked at you have the lead ship named Supply, which is, I presume, just named for supplying stuff. You have one ship was named for a mountain. I think another was named for a town. So it was just kind of all over the place. They weren't really locked in. So I'm just going to take the easy way out and say sustainment. Yeah, that. Oh, wow, I butchered that spelling. There we go. So that's what we're going to be there. We're going to give that a hull designation AOE 10. So we have 2 more destroyer names and 3 submarine names to fill out. We have another one. China Relief Joseph C. USS Joseph. Like there is not. I have no middle initial. So we're gonna give this one 152. Joseph Lancy. Burke Flight 3 class. And then we're gonna call this one 155. Just going to format it now so I can pop name in. Once we pick that up, can we get one more Medal of Honor from the, oh, we can. William Hamburger. USS William Hamburger. Entry. Spell it right. I did indeed. Hamburger. There we go. So that's all of our surface ships team. As far as these ships, I'd be curious actually to see A class submarine. Because they're starting to give them state names, it looks like, which have traditionally been reserved for ballistic missile submarines, nuclear ballistic missile submarines, whereas city names have been for attack submarine. Let's see. Okay, now they're getting... Yeah, they used a lot of state names, actually, for the Virginia class. That's interesting. And then a couple eyeballs like John Warner, and it looks like now they're renaming them after previous famous submarines, because the last 4 have been Barb, Tang, Wahoo, Silversides. So I guess what I'm going to do here is we're going to call this one SSN 816 Albacore. Start with that one. Virginia Flight 5. There we go. That makes it consistent with... Oh, I gotta swap around. Virginia Flight 5 class. Alright. So let's see. 2 others. And this is going on the assumption that they're going to keep naming them after previous historic submarines, which again, I think makes sense given the pivot to the Pacific and obviously for emblems of our biggest naval and Pacific victories. USS Flasher. Let's go with that one. What number did I give you? 816. Say you're 818. Flasher. Virginia class. Virginia Flight 5 class. And then we'll say 820 problem with that on the list. Oh, it's not. And then we'll call this one from. Five. There we go. So that is the names for all of our American assets, and I think we're just gonna leave things off here then. Next time I'll probably go through a similar process with the Chinese names, and then just kind of slowly work out what's left on the simulation. I might even have a fancy checklist next time just so I can keep track of it myself, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Oh, wow. Thanks, software, for apparently outing my GPU now. Wait, do I have a TI? I only had a base 3070. I guess I'll look at that afterwards. I swear to God, I only had a base 3070. But in any case, I think we'll call things there. So with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there. And we'll see you then.